Good afternoon to all of our guests, both online and here at the headquarters of the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations. Welcome to the 2024 World Food Forum Transformative Research Challenge Finals. I am Haneen Abu Salah, and it's my honor to be one of your hosts for this very special event.
Welcome, everybody. I'm Cristina Alderigui, and I'm also one of the hosts for this World Food Forum Youth Innovation Lab event. Over the past year, the dedicated Youth Innovation team has been working really hard behind the scene to bring this event to life today.
Right, Christina. Tonight, we celebrate the spirit of innovation, curiosity, and perseverance, the beating heart of research. Over the past months, teams have been working together, driven by a desire to innovate, solve pressing challenges, and shape a brighter food future for us all. For those who don't know, the Transformative Research Challenge, commonly known as TRC, was launched by the World Food Forum in 2021 as an international competition to engage and support young researchers. This year, Christina, at the fourth edition of the TRC, we have 6 different prizes focusing on some of the most pressing challenges facing the agri-food systems today. So, let's introduce you to these categories and our partners who have co-hosted each prize.
Absolutely, let's start. So first, we have a prize on Global One Health, co-hosted with our partners from the Wageningen University and Research and FAO's One Health Disease Control Group.
Second, we have a prize on gender mainstreaming in the eradication of peste de Pouty-Romino, known as PPR, co-hosted with FAO's PPR Secretariat.
And our third prize is on plant-based food, co-hosted with our partner Meatless Monday.
And our fourth prize is on food loss and waste, co-hosted with FAO's Food and Nutrition Division with the support of the Agri-Food Systems and Food Safety Division.
We also have another prize on plant breeding and nutrition, co-hosted with the International Crops Research Institute for the Semi-Arid Tropics, otherwise known as ICRISAT. And our final prize this year is the role of water in transforming agri-food systems, co-hosted with our partner ETI Food.
This year, we received over 1,000 applications from all over the world. That is more than double the numbers we have received last year. Congratulations to the World Food Forum Innovation Team. That is an incredible achievement.
Yes, you can clap. We definitely have to clap and encourage this because reaching this point wouldn't have been possible without the assistance of our expert evaluators who carefully selected 50 teams from the pool of applicants. And expert mentors will also then pair with these 50 teams to make sure to help them to develop and refine their ideas, their pitches, and create really a good research proposal. So these research proposals were again evaluated to select the 12 finalist team that will be pitching today for us.
We would also like to thank our partners, Prioritize, for their contribution to coaching the teams and supporting them to prepare their final pitch that we will hear today.
Absolutely. So now it's time to watch a short video to explain the journey of the Transformative Research Challenge. Video. Thank you.
Wow, what an incredible journey. So, Christina, what should we expect over the next 2 hours?
Yes, so well, first we're going to introduce our panel of judges. Then it's going to be time to dive into the research pitches. So there are 6 categories, as we mentioned, and 2 teams from each category will take turn in giving a 2-minute pitch, followed by a 3-minute Q&A session with the judges. I hope everything is clear. After the first 3 categories, there will be a short cultural break with a little surprise from our World Food Forum culture team. And the last 3 categories will be then presented before the deliberation break. So during this time, the judges are going to choose the winner in each category and the overall winner of the TRC 2024. So let's get started.
It all sounds super exciting, Christina. Now it is the moment to introduce our esteemed panel of judges for the TRC. First, at the Transformative Research Challenge, jury chair, we have Beth Crawford, FAO's Chief Scientist ad interim. Beth, would you please come on stage, introduce yourself, and tell us what you would expect to see in today's TRC pitches?
Thank you. Well, good afternoon to everyone here at FAO headquarters in Rome, and also to all of you who are joining online. It's really an honor to be here today. Empowering young people, including young scientists, is at the heart of the FAO Science and Innovation Strategy. FAO gives particular attention to young people whose roles are pivotal as agents of change and future managers of our agri-food systems. So the Transformative Research Challenge is one of the most exciting initiatives of the World Food Forum, if I can say so. It highlights innovative, youth-led research that seeks to create solutions to some of today's most pressing agri-food systems challenges. So ladies and gentlemen, as you already heard, we're in the 4th year now, and the challenge supports young researchers from around the world who are pioneering efforts to transform agri-food systems. I think that that's all I will have to say for today, because I think some of the other things you've already covered on the categories, et cetera. But I'm very excited. I'm also a little bit nervous because I know that all of the research things that are going to be presented are excellent, and it'll be a difficult choice to figure out how to choose. Thank you so much.
Next, we have Anne Motet, Lead Livestock Specialist at the International Agriculture Development Fund, IFAD. And please introduce yourself.
Thank you, Hanin. Good afternoon. So I'm here to represent IFAD, the International Fund for Agricultural Development. We're also based here in Rome. And at IFAD, we invest in rural people. And we have a very strong focus on the most vulnerable, in particular women and young people. So we're very interested in the TRC today, and I think I'm personally most interested in maybe identifying some solutions that we can implement in our investment projects. So why not today finding a couple of best practices, technologies, new approaches, innovation, to sum it up, that we can invest in the future. So thank you for inviting me, and good afternoon, everyone.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Anne. We are really pleased to have you. And now it's my pleasure to introduce to the stage Nuno Santos, Deputy Director of the FAO Investment Center. Nuno, please, you have the floor. Thank you so much. You can use this one.
Thank you. I'm very honored to be here. So FAO Investment Center, as you've heard today, we're celebrating 60 years. So it's age, but also we say we're 60 years young. So we try to stay young and innovative, and I think in our work, which is helping financiers to produce good investments, quality investments on the ground, a lot of it is about innovation and science. And so I'm really looking forward to today's presentations, and I think it'll be a very difficult choice. So thank you very much. Very honored.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Nuno, and happy anniversary to the FAO Investment Center, 60 years. That's an accomplishment. Thank you so much. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Martín Sonneveld, Executive Director of ETH Zurich World Food Systems Center and President of the Swiss National FAO Committee. Please, Martin, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And it's a great privilege to be here this afternoon with you. I'm really excited. I'm sharing your university on what we are going to get and how we are going to decide. But I'm sure you were busy as bees. And we will try to be the drones to identify the right projects to push forward and bring them up as winners here. So I'm really excited. Thank you very much for the opportunity to be here and to connect science with FAO and science with young researchers. So happy to be here.
Thank you very much. Actually, I have a little drone here because today is
finally,
the drones day. Please.
Thank you, Christina. Finally, we have Lamia Dabbas, Regional Director of Advanced Consulting. Lamia, would you please come on stage and introduce yourself?
Thank you. We are at Advanced Consulting. We drive impact through private sector development. All of our researchers present small projects, small ideas, which will be translated in the future into businesses because you are entrepreneurs. I'm very excited to see all of your proposals that will drive impact and will drive change in the food systems, water, and other areas as well. It's not an easy journey to be a judge and to judge all of those proposals. We wish you all luck, but please, please always think of the sustainability of your project and the sustainability of what you are doing. So in the future, what you are going to do with the projects that you are implementing. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Actually, good luck to all our teams. You are really right, and we hope that it's going to be a very interesting presentation. So thank you again to all the judges for being here. We are honored to have you with us on board to select the winner of the 2024 TRC competition. And now the moment has come to listen actually to the pitches, right?
Exactly, Christina. First, we will start with the Global One Health Prize. This prize aims to attract research solutions that are integrated and unified in their approach, recognizing that the health of people, animals, plants, and the planet are deeply interconnected. Let's welcome to the stage the first team, Team Safe Bird for All. Please, the stage is yours.
Welcome.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Bello Kizito. As someone who grew up in a family of 24 children, who depended solely on poultry farming as the major source of livelihood, I have seen firsthand how poultry farming is crucial to the survival of an average Nigerian family. Poultry farming contributes significantly to Nigeria's GDP, but the avian influenza virus continues to wreak havoc to both local and commercial farmers, causing devastating loss, especially in the 2016, 2006, and 2022 outbreak. Birds lost to these viruses are often poorly disposed in shallow ditches, open refuse dump sites, and wastewater. This poses serious risk as virus spillovers from these sources could contaminate water bodies used for irrigational purposes and other agricultural activities. The aim of our project is to provide adequate genomic surveillance for avian influenza virus by detecting the genotypes and also having genomic mapping for it. This approach initiates a One Health genomic approach that uses advanced genomic application. We will be taking samples from wastewater, we'll process it for genetic material via extraction, then the extracted genetic material will be subjected to PCR and eventually sequenced. The sequencing result will be subjected to other bioinformatic analysis that will eventually be used for the genomic mapping and the real-time surveillance. By investigating genomic materials from wastewater, we intend to provide farmers and policymakers with crucial data that will not only help in improving biosecurity and waste management, but also help in reducing the spread of the disease. We'll be providing the genotypes of the virus, we'll be mapping it and adequate awareness in terms of waste management and usage. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Team Safe Birth for All, for your pitch. Now I will hand it over to the judges for their questions. You have 3 minutes to ask questions for the team.
So what are the challenges and limitations of implementing your project, and how can these be mitigated to ensure feasible large-scale monitoring?
Question. Some of the potential challenge we might encounter during the course of this research, it is quite new because it's a genomic approach. Science is growing, and Nigeria is also growing science-wise, but the facilities for this are not readily available. We would have to partner with tertiary institutions and research agencies where we get the samples. Then we'll be doing the genomic analysis at those institutions and establishments. So the way forward, we also intend to provide structural deficit environments where we don't have all of these access. We can have sample transfer kits where we just get the samples from the community and take to where we analyze. Then from there, we take on. Thank you.
Thank you, team. Thank you, Lamia, for your questions.
There's another question from
Anne
Motte.
Thank you and well done. Quick question. On the long term, how sustainable it is to continue this surveillance? Does it require a lot of money to continue? You mentioned some kits. Did you put some thoughts into that?
On the long term, it's going to require some money, but like I said earlier, science is growing, and there is an evolution of science from the crude to the genomic level. And Nigeria is also transforming in terms of scientific research. So the resources will not be a problem in the near future because it is efficient, faster, and the most likely approach towards fast detection of a virus or any epidemic disease to keep track. So in terms of cost, I think, though it's not cheap right now, but the government and other funders might also support in the future. But it's an efficient and a sure way to tackle a potential outbreak in terms of detection.
Thank you so much for the judges and for the team. Now let's move to the second team from the same category. Unfortunately, we have Team Innovate RVF who could not, unfortunately, join us in person. So we have Amir Osman joining us. First, we will play his video pitch, and then he will join for the Q&A. So let's play the video pitch.
Good day. We are the innovative Rift Valley Fever Prevention Team. Rift Valley Fever is a zoonotic transboundary mosquito-borne viral disease that poses a significant global threat, causing a high portion and substantial death of animal under severe health and economic impact on human. With climate change increasing, the frequency of extreme weather events, uncontrolled livestock movement, and the lack of point-of-care diagnostic has heightened the risk of Rift Valley fever outbreak. To enable rapid disease outbreak identification, we deliver a groundbreaking solution, detection in a suitcase, offering on-site diagnosis like never before. Our main objective to create a mobile app for quick Rift Valley fever reporting and education, and a suitcase lab for 20-minute on-site detection. Innovative Rift Valley fever prevention offers promising solutions to strengthen global effort in monitoring and controlling Rift Valley fever by empowering community with a mobile app for reporting suspected case in animal and humans. These reports are rapidly reviewed by designated health personnel, who then collect samples and utilize a portable suitcase diagnosis lab for rapid confirmation of cases. Confirmed results are communicated back through the app both the public and the relevant health authorities. Prompt, swift public health response to contain potential outbreak. A user-friendly mobile app allows for real-time reporting, GIS mapping, and easy data visualization, even in areas with limited internet connectivity. The combined molecular suitcase lab provides rapid, portable, and solar power on-site testing for Rift Valley fever confirmation. By leveraging these tools, we can enhance early detection, facilitate timely response, and improve disease prevention and control efforts. This initiative advancing sustainable development goals to end hunger and transform agri-food system. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Team Innovate RVF, for the video pitch. Now, I would like to give a space for Amir Osman joining us remotely for the Q&A. Please, judges.
Yes, the mic is next to you. Please.
So maybe the more technical questions I leave to my colleagues on the livestock side. I'm looking at Anne. But I'm concerned just about your views. And again, thanks a lot for the great idea about the business model for the kits after the mobile kits after, if it works out, what is the kind of business model you envisage for to be sustainable with this approach? So you think about private sector, or you think about government systems to use them?
Excellent.
Thanks.
Over to you.
Yeah, thank you. I'm very happy to join this afternoon. Thank you for the question. When we develop the primaries, which is more specific for this project, so it will be available online. So everyone who needs to implement the same situation like Somalia or other place in the world can be available, and he can ask everything that needed. So when it comes to the project, so we just want to develop this good idea, and the decision goes to the government. Since this disease is more sensitive one, so we let the government decide the final decision when it comes to the conformity of the making public available for the disease. I hope I answered the question.
Thank you so much, Amir. Now over again to the judges.
Thank you very much for the presentation. I would be interested, what would you consider the biggest hurdle in this project?
Yeah, thank you. I believe we discussed a lot about there's always a challenge. The key challenge for this project include the potential issue of infrastructure, such as at some place in rural areas or area difficult to reach areas may be limited to internet access, and some logistical difficulties as well. So to mitigate this, the mobile app is designed to work offline with data science when connectivity is restored. So additionally, we also plan to collaborate with the local telecommunication companies to enhance some network coverage. Another limitation is the need for community to trust and engagement. We are dealing with the community, so they need to show trust and some engagement. So we will address this by conducting participatory design workshop to ensure local involvement and launching awareness campaign to emphasize the importance of reporting Rift Valley fever cases.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Amir. I think now the time to move on to the next category. Christina.
Thank you very much. So let's move to the second prize. The second prize category is Gender Mainstreaming in Pest des Petits Ruminants Eradication, PPR. So this prize invites young researchers to propose groundbreaking solutions that mainstream gender in their efforts to eradicate sheep and goat plague. So welcome, please help me in welcoming Somalia team Shivets onto the stage. Welcome. Please, you have the floor.
Thank you very much. My name is Amina Hussein. I am the Executive Director of Somali Women Veterinary Association. Our team, Somali Shivets, combines expertise in epidemiology and participatory research and also gender mainstreaming. And today I will be present our team's investigation into PBR in Somalia, focusing mainly on 3 critical aspects. First, we shall be looking at the current challenge, the research objectives, and also the expected outcome of this research. And to give you a background, Somalia has a significant small ruminant population and of over 987 million. So that number there is a typing error. Yeah? Don't consider that. And small ruminants contribute and significantly to the country's economy and food security. And in 2009, Somalia officially reported the presence of PPR, a highly contagious disease affecting small ruminants, to the International Organization of Hawaii. And in 2012, Food and Agricultural Organizations of the United Nations has conducted a widespread vaccination campaign in Somalia targeting 20 million sheep and goats. However, from 2015 to 2019, there was a devastating PPR outbreak in Somalia. And from that on, the information available is very limited. The current challenge, due to the ongoing conflicts in Somalia, and the ongoing conflicts has affected and disrupted the veterinary service. It has also displaced farmers and obstructing the United Nations goal of eradicating PPR by 2030. And in addition to that challenge, there is also inadequate knowledge and understanding regarding farmers' perspective when it comes to PPR management and transmission. Therefore, the aim of this objective is first of all to quantify the PPR seroprevalence in Somalia. We also want to qualitatively assess the knowledge, particularly we are focusing on women in this case. We want to identify the specific roles and the knowledge and the challenge that women pastoralists has. The outcome and the benefit of this study is, first of all, we want to identify geographical hotspots, which will allow us to pinpoint areas that are at risk of an outbreak. This will in turn lead to managed and will guide any intervention strategies aimed at controlling and preventing the disease. And it goes along with the goal of United Nations in eradicating and controlling of disease. And secondly, we want also to identify opportunities of empowering women in PPR management. And third and final one is that we want to inform policies and also contribute to the development of context-specific interventions for PPR management and control. Thank you very much, and I will be happy to receive your questions and comments.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ms. Somalia. Thank you. And now over to our judges. I see Anne ready with a question. Over to you, Anne.
Thank you, Christina. Thank you. Very well done for the presentation. My question is about how you're going to ensure the gender component in your project. Do you have targets for women to participate in your workshops, for example? Do you have any numbers to give to us on how you're going to ensure women's participation and how you're going to assess their role in eradication?
Thank you very much. Culturally, small ruminants are managed by women. So if you want to talk about small ruminants, to poultry, all these are managed by women. So therefore, we want to have 100% women participation in this research project. We want to include women, and we want to hear their perspective. We want to know their knowledge and understanding of the disease, and we also want to include them in the workshops. So for us, they are the priority. Women are priority for us to include in this, and we want the number that we should choose will depend on its harder. We want 100%. And this project exclusively will be for women pastoral society. Thank you.
Thank you. Please, Beth.
Thank you so much, and thank you for the presentation. I just wanted to ask if you could say a little bit more about that last step about informing policy and decision-making, how you see that happening.
Okay, that will come in the form of, for example, when you are designing intervention and policies, like we have to first of all know what is the local situation. Okay, what's the gap? So what we are doing is we are going to identify that gap. We want to hear from the, apart from the prevalence, that's known at the prevalence, but when it comes to the other management, for example, do the pastoral society know how to control the disease? Do they know how to do the quarantine? Do they, for example, avoid, or do they restrict animals from movement during the times of outbreaks? Do they recognize the signs and symptoms of the disease? All that will and then when we will develop interventions that are context specific and that are local, which will be combined with other interventions that are in place. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. A big round of applause for Shivet Somalia. Thank you very much. And now it's time to introduce the second team for the prize on gender mainstreaming in the eradication of PPR, Peste des Petits Ruminants. And the team is PPR Warriors Bangladesh. They will now present their project. Come on stage, welcome.
Good afternoon. Imagine a marginalized rural woman. Imagine a marginalized rural woman, illiterate and without a steady source of income, relying solely on few goats or sheep to support her family and maintain their food security. Now imagine her entire livelihood being threatened as a deadly virus caused Peste des Petits infects and kills her goats. This may feel unreal for many of us, but it's a harsh reality in nearly 70 countries across Middle East, Africa, and Asia, including Bangladesh. Globally, 80% of the small ruminants are at the risk of this devastating virus, causing an estimated loss of 2.1 billion US dollar, and in Bangladesh alone, it's 25 million. The World Organization for Animal Health and FAO have developed a global control and eradication strategy with the goal of eliminating PPR by 2030. However, achieving this goal is impossible without engaging and educating the rural women who are primarily engaged in goat farming in Bangladesh. Their understanding of the disease coupled with active surveillance of the disease is crucial to achieve this goal. So our innovation is a comprehensive approach that addresses these challenges head-on. We aim to assess the level of knowledge, attitude, and practice of these rural women about this disease. We aim to genetically characterize the virus that is circulating in local areas. We'll pilot a vaccination program against this disease and conduct a seromonitoring of the disease. This approach not only increases the awareness of the rural women about the disease, but will also help to genetically characterize and identify the locally circulating virus strain. The primary beneficiaries of the project are the rural women who are mainly involved in goat rearing. And by addressing these challenges, we aim to protect these rural women who rely solely on the goat farming for their livelihood, to ensure their economic resilience, as well as contribute toward the elimination of PPR virus by 2030, as well as help to maintain their food security. Thank you.
Thank you very much, PPR Warriors Bangladesh, thank you. And now I would like to give the floor to our judge for any question, any follow-up question. Please, microphone, thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. I saw that you are aiming to create new job opportunities, but how are you going to tackle the norms of having women working in such rural areas in Bangladesh?
That's good.
Can you please repeat the question?
Is it working?
Oh,
Try.
you are aiming
Yes.
to create more job opportunities, right? And there will be women who will be working in this project. So you have some norms in Bangladesh to have women working in such a rural area. How are you going to solve this in the Bangladesh community?
Yeah, we will let them know about them because most of the rural women are illiterate and they don't know about the disease. We'll let them know about the disease and how it can be prevented, as they are keeping few goats, but they are getting infected by the disease and they are facing losses. So if we can make them understand about disease and use the let them know appropriate use of the vaccine, then they can be safe from the disease and they can get benefited from the goat farming. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Any other question from the judges? If not, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Speaker Bangladesh. Thank you, and thank you also to our judges and to the both team of this category. Over to you, Anin.
Now we will move on to our third prize category, plant-based food. This prize focuses on identifying innovative ways to encourage consumers to make more informed food choices. Let's welcome team Mangrove Bro to the stage for their pitch.
Okay. All right, judges, but you have to focus on the presentation, not on what you're getting. That was a nice trick. Please, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Devda. I'm thrilled to present our project by the Mangrove Brow. Indonesia has boasts the largest mangrove ecosystem area in the world. It's crucial for the coastal communities, yet the potential of the mangrove root remains untapped. Meanwhile, food insecurity driven by climate change and natural disaster is a pressing global issue. East Java, with population equivalent to Poland, is particularly vulnerable to such disaster. Over the past 5 years, this region has faced numerous challenges, highlighting the urgent need for effective solutions. Addressing both food security and disaster resilience requires innovative dual-purpose solutions. Our project aims to do just that by transforming underutilized mangrove roots into sustainable, high-value emergency food product. Our approach, doing some research about the formulations, by using BBD formulation, and also we conducted several consumer studies to ensure our product to meet the consumer preference. But our vision extends beyond the lab. We aim to foster partnership with the SMEs to scale up production. We also collaborate with the local government to implement this innovation in the disaster-stricken areas. Yeah, this is our work plan in the first quarter of the 2025 and second quarter of 2026. Join us in this transformative journey, Mangrove Brow, providing actionable insight for tackling disaster and environment. Thank you so much.
So much, Team Mangrove Bro, for your pitch. Now I hand it over to the judges for their questions. Who would like to start? Yes, please, Anne.
Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to trying the product. Could you explain a little bit how far you are in the process of producing? Is it already up and running at scale? How long did it take?
Actually, it is my prototype. We do some experiments to make sure that mangrove root actually can be edible for us. So we only did initial survey for the East Java population. What is the potential partner in our upcoming research in this session? So only that for what are going now, So in the future, we aim to foster partnership with the SMEs and also collaborate with the local government to implement this innovation. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now, please, Nuno Santos.
Thanks, and also eager to try it. Thanks for that. And a beautiful presentation. I just wanted to ask you, what about sustainability aspects in terms of you're attracting a lot of interest in trying to make a product out of mangroves? What do you think if it scales up, as I am sure you hope it will, what would it mean for mangroves then? The fact that you're collecting and producing bars, what do you think would be, if there are any challenges you've considered? Thanks.
Yeah, this is included in our work plan. In our work plan to conducting a sustainable harvesting practices with the community partnership. And this one is the biggest point of the sustainability in this research. We can do harvesting all of the time when we do partnership with the local communities, obviously in the coastal area with the coastal populations. So when we come to the product, the sustainability of the production also comes from the raw material. We cannot separate the raw material from the mangrove and all other composition of the mangrove bar itself. So we do partnership with SMEs in the East Java who producing the several raw material in our product composition. So it can be valuable to their economic well-being also. So that's all the sustainability of our research. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, team. Thank you all for your questions. Now, let's move to the second team from the plant-based food category, Team Eco Plant. The floor is yours.
Yes, we can clap to encourage them. Please, please. Please.
Hello. I want to take you to a world. Imagine a world where kids are just kids. They don't have to worry about food. Mommy, what are we going to eat tomorrow? Daddy, is there food? That world where children are not stressed about food. Children are not stressed about food insecurity. Well, my name is Imali Dixon, don't worry. Please hear me out. This, cameras, this is not a normal sausage you see in the supermarket. This is a product that I do believe it will revolutionize the food systems by creating a sustainable protein supply, bridging in the gap of food insecurity. And I do believe with that, we can end malnutrition and save the world and feed the world. Now, my researchers and I, in 2 years ago, 2000 and 2022, we were at a refugee camp in Dadaab, somewhere a place called Kenya. Now, on my mission to save humanity and dignity, a young kid approached me and he was like, Chakula, Chakula, he meant, please help me food. Well, looking at that child, I could count the ribs on the child, these other sides. Sorry, it was quite emotional. I could look at the kid and was like, how can I help you? Well, sadly, according to FAO and WHO, over 1.1 million children suffer from the same case of protein deficiency in Kenya and people living in the arid and semi-arid areas. And traditional protein sources such as meat are expensive and not sustainable. Live along expensive, they have a lot of impact to our climate. Imagine having 3 cows is equated to having 1 factory that emits carbon 247. Is that sustainable? And with this rapidly increasing population that I see in the room, nah, that's why we need a sustainable plant protein that will feed us and feed the next generation. That's why through our proposal, sorry, I even missed about the slides. That's why through our proposals, we suggest Project Eco Plant Protein, a sustainable transformative project that will turn agro-waste into plant-based protein. And in this case, we will leverage on submerged fermentation, where we will push further and use AI through machine learning by fermenting the product. In this case, we tried with animal feed and it proved 99% that it could work. We want now to advance with our research to move to human food. And trust me, this will work. Now, through machine learning, this is what we will leverage on. 1, product quality. 2, product quantity through AI optimization. And looking what I just showed you, the application potential. Come on, who doesn't love burgers, meatballs, sausage? Trust me. Let's connect after this and you'll test it. Well, to learn more about our research, oh, sorry, I forgot to take you through the digestibility. Well, we went ahead and tested it with some kids. They were like, the prototype was yummy, sweet. So to learn more about our research, we aim to target 1 million children under the age of 5 years who are suffering from malnutrition and reduce hunger, and also target people living in semi and arid areas who suffer from hunger. And also through this project, if funded, we aim to empower over 1 million farmers who are planting maize cobs in the areas who are planting maize cobs. Well, to learn more about our research, please, you can scan the QR code, the barcode, so that we can connect via LinkedIn and have more to connect. Well, in Kenya we say asante sana, but since I'm in Rome, thank you for 60 years. Thank you for what you're doing. We are grateful. Thank you.
Grazie mille.
Thank you very much, Team EcoPlant Protein. Great ideas. Now I will hand it over again to the judges for their questions. Who would like to start? Yes, please.
Thank you. Extremely interesting. Have you put any thoughts in the sustainability of your supply in the corn cobs? Do you have enough to produce that many sausages in your plan? And how do you plan to maintaining this supply?
Thank you, Judge Anne. That's one of the best questions. Well, in Kenya, we have 2 planting seasons. In some other countries, we have 1 planting season. In each planting season, there is over 40 million tons of waste that is abundant in Kenya. In Kenya, we have maize as our staple food. So trust me, after every 3 months of every season, we will be having 30 million tons of abundant waste corn cobs. Oh, I didn't show you the corn cobs? Came with them. It was hectic to bring them. Here's the corn cobs. 30 million tons of this each planting season. So in each and every planting season, we have 30 million of this. So that is a sustainable supply we do have. Yes.
Thank you so much. Yes, please, go ahead.
Thank you very much. Could you very briefly explain me the link between kind of physical supply and production of a product, and where does AI help you?
Thank you. Where does AI help us and the production? Please come again. Please, will you?
I understand that you are producing or aiming to produce a product, a sausage, but where exactly does AI help you and what kind of data you use?
Okay, will you please move the slides?
I think now
all right.
Maybe you
now,
can
looking
answer
at AI, we've integrated machine learning, where when giving up a monitor, it gives up a green button if the temperatures are high. You know, there are parameters that controls the fermentation process. So there is pH, there is temperature, there is water, and then there is the microbe that is used. So given that there is high temperature, it will click red. Given that there is moderate temperature, it will click green. Given that the temperature is not right, it will click orange. So that's how AI, through machine learning, we've taught it on how to integrate in our research. And in a normal laboratory, to find the right quality, someone must do 7,667 experiments that were conducted. Now, through AI, it will maximize and help us understand one microbe that will be used. For example, we have the Aspergillus niger being one of the fungal, and then Trichodoma being also one of the fungal. So through AI, it will help us understand which microbe that we should use.
Thank you so much, team EcoPlant Protein, and the judges for their questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks again for the first 6 finalist teams for your inspiring pitches and for the insightful questions asked by the judges so far.
Absolutely. So now we are already halfway through the pitches, and we have already seen so many innovative and out-of-the-box ideas from young people. So congratulations. I think we can clap, because coming on stage, sharing our ideas is not easy, especially at FAO in front of this audience. So now we have a very nice surprise for you from the World Food Forum Culture team. We're going to watch the trailer of this year's World Food Forum Film Festival. The festival harnesses the power of cinema to tell compelling stories about agri-food systems and all the change makers that are within them. Thank you. Video.
Thank you, culture team, for the great film by the culture team. So now we will move on to the next category, which is the food loss and waste, by starting with the team.
Yes, absolutely. So this category focuses on innovative research, developing out-of-the-box solutions to reduce food loss and waste. So now
Yes.
I guess it's time to welcome.
Yes, we will welcome team Fermentation for SDGs. Please, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Over to you.
Okay, thank you very much. So our team, Fermentation for SDGs, excited to present our grassroots policy solution to use indigenous fermented food in the Pearl River Basin of China to reduce food waste, with the potential to influence Southeast Asia. So food waste is a global challenge, with 1/3 of food wasted annually. And only in China, the annual food waste and loss is 35 million tons. It has some negative consequences, such as financial loss, food insecurity, and climate crisis. Fermented food, made through microbial growth and enzymatic conversion, is the potential to reduce food waste by up to 50%, because fermented food can extend the shelf life of food, transform food waste into valuable product, preserve surplus food produced, and boost nutrient recycling. However, challenges like food safety, cultural acceptance, and production standardization persist. Indigenous people on the Pearl River Basin have a rich tradition to use fermented food, as well as food people in Southeast Asia. However, due to political and language barrier, relevant research are limited to the Mekong River. To bridge the research gap, our team plans to select 5 research sites along the Dian-Viet migration corridor to connect South China to Southeast Asia. Using participatory method, we will document fermented food and compare that with Southeast Asia. Identify enablers and challenges of using fermented food. Understand food composition and the relevant functional components through 3rd-generation sequencing and the GCMS method, as well as develop a guideline for food promotion plan and food safety use. So because our research It will influence the collective strategy and policy to influence both South China and Southeast Asia to reduce food waste through fermented food. It has high potential to be scaled up and commercialized, and also can contribute to SDG 2, 3, and 13. Thanks for your listening.
Thank you so much, team. Now I would like to hand it over again to the judges for their questions. So who would like to start the Q&A? Yes, please, Nuno.
So thank you very much. Great presentation, very short and synthetic. My question is on the food safety, what you said about regulations and how these type of foods are regulated, and whether that can be a challenge at a later phase when you start identifying these food products and when you want to scale them up.
Yeah, so this is why we have the scientific part to use some modern technology to understand what is in the fermented food. Because now, like fermentation food actually is not just for food loss and waste, it's also a part of food sovereignty for many like indigenous people in their traditional food systems. Because many countries think, no, it's not healthy, but actually people use that. And also there are also some other functions of fermented food, such as to mental health and to digestions. So we use some technology to understand, to provide science, to provide evidence-based, like scientific evidence to justify that fermented food is safe. We have that, like the data to support the marketing, to the commercialization, not just for the local people, but also for, like the country level, region level, and even to the world, because we have the evidence, use science to justify it's safe. Thank you.
Thank you, team. Any other questions by the judges? Yes, please.
Thank you for the presentation. So, if we imagine that your research will be in the real world, who will be your customers?
You mean the collaborator?
The customers. Who will buy this kind of food?
Oh, yeah. So, the food originally is used by indigenous people in the Pearl River Basin and also a lot in Southeast Asia. Like people migrate from South China to Southeast Asia in the history. So they already have the, the traditional way of make it. Our role is we want to, to standardize the process and to make sure it's safe. And then for people who can use that, first of all, it's definitely the local people. They can, maybe to create some cooperatives, also can relevant to women empowerment because women are in charge of food. So they can create themselves, use themselves, as well as to the local informal market. And then a lot of people, like even non-indigenous in South China and Southeast Asia, they also have the need, and also migrants, to use fermented food. This is the second step we can, for our customers, second step to market to those customers to use that. And also because we have scientific evidence, some people believe fermented food, like local indigenous healers believe fermented food can contribute to life age, like the life expectation. And some people feel it's relevant to mental health. But if we have the evidence through the research, we can understand that. And if it's true, we can promote that to, many people in the world. And it can create the need and also the supply in the value chain. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, team and judges, for your questions. Now we will move on to the second team from the same category, Team Waste Warriors. Please, the stage is yours.
Have you ever walked into a supermarket and wondered, what happens to food if it's not sold? It's easy to take for granted the fully stocked shelves of fresh products. But here in Italy, for example, stores are daily required to discard overstocked, cosmetically imperfect, or nearing expiry products, contributing to the staggering 1/5 of global food that is available for consumers, but is wasted annually. However, in various countries, surplus food store initiatives exist to give this perfectly edible food a second chance while making it affordable for consumers. Surplus food stores offer a practical model to address food waste, but policy gaps and inconsistent enforcement have hindered broader adoption. Annually, over 131 million tons of food are wasted only at the retail level. But successful surplus food stores have recorded redistribution of up to 47,000 tons of food. With growing food insecurity and inflation, addressing food access is more urgent than ever. Our research focuses on investigating the hindrances to the establishment of surplus food stores. By analyzing national regulations, health laws, enforcement strategies, and policies, we aim to offer insights into what works and why. We use a mixed methods approach, including a literature review, a policy analysis, and surveys with store owners to identify the policies in countries with waste management frameworks and those with stricter regulations. Using a positive deviance model, we aim to study successful case studies globally to better understand what supports surplus food redistribution and waste management. The final outcome will be a position paper advocating for actionable policy recommendations and changes for policymakers to strengthen existing regulations, bridge gaps, and scale up efforts to combat food waste globally. By addressing food waste at a policy level, we strive for a more equitable and sustainable agri-food system. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Team Zero Waste Warriors. Now, let's turn to the judges for their questions. Who would like to start? Anne?
Thank you, very good pitch. My question is about the relevance between high-income countries and low and middle-income countries for your research. Could you tell us what your thoughts are about this? Do you include any rules on your sampling for your case studies? How are you going to do that?
So this is a very valid concern that we also had going into it, because the data available is geographically limited. As much as we are going to expand our collection and try to also have local outreach to really find all the alternatives and variances of surplus food stores, there is clearly it's clearly imbalanced, and most of them are in the global north, which would be that the first, let's say the first application of the project would need to be focused where the data is available. But we still believe that by finding in the end key success factors and the policy recommendations, this could then be, let's say in a second kind of run, also find ways to apply it to the global south. So that is the hope. Thank you.
Thank you
for your question.
so much, team. Any other questions? Yes, please, Beth.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for that interesting pitch. I noticed the focus on the surplus food store, but would it be possible that other models might come out of your research that would be applicable, or is it already, have you already established with your research that the surplus food store is the way to go? Thank you.
So we focused on this kind of business model and not, let's say, the very well-known alternative like Too Good To Go services, because we see some agency and dignity in stores that allow even the lowest income consumers to choose their products based on their dietary preferences and whatever. And there is real redistribution of waste with the maximum outreach possible. So although the name we kind of found that is overlapping all these business models is surplus food stores, anything that kind of feeds into that idea of wide redistribution and agency for the consumer feeds into what we are striving for. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much, Team Waste Warriors. And thanks for the judges for their questions.
Absolutely great. So let's continue. Now we will move on to the next category, plant breeding and nutrition. So this prize focuses on developing crops varieties that are tailored to meet the challenge posed by climate change. So please join me in welcoming Team AgroArmor, please, to the stage to pitch their research proposal. Thank you.
So how many of us have seen a Bollywood movie? Right? Quite a few of us. Well, the hero of my movie is sorghum. 500 million people depend on it as a staple crop, and it requires very little water to grow. It is also drought tolerant and has an interesting nutritional profile of having vital minerals like manganese and potassium in high quantity. Now, the villain of the story comes in as the fall armyworm. This is an insect that is native to the Americas, but has been moving eastward into Africa and now Asia. It causes about $13 billion in damages every single year in Africa alone. And it is resistant to most pesticides today. Our solution is simple. We want to use ICRISAT's wide variety of sorghum accessions, about 45,000 of them, and we want to create codes and mini codes from it. After that, we would screen them using in vitro bioassays as well as field infestation tests. Once that is done, we would take the resistant cultivar and breed it with the economic cultivar using the ABQTL method, which is the advanced backcross QTL for efficient trait transfer. Finally, we would integrate this with existing IPM strategies which are still relevant. The goals of this project are to screen wild sorghum accessions. Then we want to investigate mechanisms of FAW resistance. We want to develop a cultivar that is resistant to FAWs across generations. And finally, engage stakeholders from the very beginning. This includes farmers, farmer producer organizations, as well as research institutions. The impact potential is humongous for food security specifically because sorghum is a dryland crop for subsistence farmers, the poorest of the poor. And therefore, if we ensure that sorghum production is high, we ensure food security. Also, for pesticide usage, if we are able to reduce pesticide use, that will reduce pesticide inhalation deaths across drylands. Finally, also the SDG goals 2 and 13, which is zero hunger as well as climate action. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Team AgroArmor, for your presentation. My daughters would love your superhero. So now over to our judges for a short Q&A session. Please. Please, Martin. Yes.
Thank you very much for the presentation. Could you tell me a bit more about the connection between farmers' engagement in this project and what is kind of technologically researched?
Yes, absolutely. The farmers in India are very crucial because this insect is an invasive insect. It has a life cycle of about 30 days and it's rapidly evolving. If we do not constantly take feedback from farmers, and by farmers, I would go ahead and put in indigenous farmers in it as well because millets and sorghum is truly an indigenous crop in India. And I would include their feedback in because it is their responses and infestations. For example, between 2021 and 2023, we saw that FAW infestation increased significantly. Now it's on a low turn and we would expect it to go up. So this crucial feedback will help us in choosing the particular wild variety that we would need, because without that feedback, we would simply not know what kind of resistance we would want to go for. Essentially, what kind of cultivar we would want to go for. So therefore, feedback with farmers, specifically farmers and farmer producer organizations, which are essentially cooperatives in India, will be absolutely crucial.
Thank you very much. Any other question? Yes, please. Lamia? Yeah.
It's very interesting to see such a natural-based solution for pest management and IPM. You didn't think of the natural enemies of this fly to be considered as like an added value in your research as well?
Absolutely. I mean, biocontrol is one of the pillars of integrated pest management. However, this insect came in 2018. So introduction is pretty new. And therefore, there are no current biocontrol agents which particularly attack the fall armyworm. It would take significant amount of time for nature specifically to develop resistance. We have been seeing that, for example, with the spotted lanternfly in New York, right? That biocontrol agents have come up, but after several years. And I think in that time, we need to come up with a solution. One, at least as a stopgap, and second, as an armor for future infestations. Because this is co-mutualism, co-evolution. So you would have biocontrol agents evolving, which is why we want to integrate it into IPM. This is not a silver bullet. We need to use existing resources and existing management strategies along with a resistant cultivar. That is how we can solve this problem. There is no one-shot solution for this, truly.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. No one-shot solution. Thank you. And now I would like to hear from the second team from the plant breeding and nutrition category. So I'm pleased to welcome NutriHub on stage, please. Thank you.
Hello everyone, myself Jagadish and I am from India. I am very much excited to be here today to share our thoughts on the aspect of exploring crop wild relatives for improving shelf life and nutritional quality of pearl millet. As we all know that in the current scenario of climate change and its negative impacts on various crops, global food and nutrition security is under threat. In order to deal with this particular aspect and ensure the food and nutritional security, there is a need for crops with several multiple benefits. Among the various crops, pearl millet is one of the key candidates with all the above mentioned benefits. In addition, the availability of its huge genetic resources, including crop wild relatives, will be an asset to its future breeding program. But the challenge like low shelf life of pearl millet flour is limiting its utility. In addition, the changes associated with low shelf life and their impact on nutritional traits is unknown to a greater extent. In order to deal with this particular aspect, we would like to explore the existing crop wild relatives through a breeding strategy of evaluation and selection for shelf life and nutritional traits. Here, we will be using the breeding aspect of single plant inbred development from the selected accessions. Once after the development of the genetic material from the selected accessions, we will be evaluating them for the shelf life and nutritional traits. This will result in the identification of high and low performing inbreds for the shelf life and nutritional traits that can be used in the gene expression studies. This genomic study will generate a highly valuable genomic information that can be used in a hybrid parent breeding program. This is the graphics that highlights our transformative solution, which majorly driven by two key innovative aspects. Our approach was the first and foremost attempt of exploring crop wild relatives for improving the shelf life and nutritional aspect together through a breeding-based selection approach. Second one is the development of a genetic-based solution for improving the shelf life compared to the existing processing-based methods. So in order to transform our thoughts into reality, we have outlined the various activities, the timeline, and the budget required here. It's time to act to be the tomorrow's architect of our food systems, for build a climate resilient, nutrient dense, and value-added food systems. Thank you.
Thank you very much, NutriHub, for your presentation. I see questions already. Please, Nuno. Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much for your presentation and the interesting idea. My question is very simple. Why do you think this has not been done before with pearl millet?
One of the most aspect is that dealing with the crop wild relatives, getting the good quantity of seed. Suppose as it is related to the biochemical analysis, we need a greater quantity of seed. Suppose in case while we are dealing with the shelf life aspect, we need to evaluate this at several intervals. Suppose 0, 5, 10, 15. We need to go for the same analysis at 3 to 4 times, for which we need a larger quantity of seed. And one of the aspect is the single plant inbred approach. Having a one plant being advanced for 4 to 5 generations, that too in case of wild relatives, it was one of the most difficult tasks. Even we have an experience of developing single plant inbreds for other nutritional traits. We have started with from 4 accessions, around 250. We have ended with only 40 after 3 generations. So that is the difficulty we are facing here, which might have been prevented from others doing it.
Okay, thank you. Any other question from our judges? No, if not, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And over to you, Anine.
Thank you, Christina. Now we are going to move to our final category of this year's TRC. It is the role of water in transforming our agri-food systems. This prize looks for innovative solutions to address water scarcity and enhance water safety. To pitch their wonderful idea, first up we have Team LexiLab. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Alejandra from the LexiLab team. We're a group of biodesigners and microbiologists passionate about making toxic-free food a reality. Did you know that all of you could be consuming toxic heavy metals by eating vegetables irrigated with contaminated water? These contaminants deteriorate water and soil, reducing food safety, causing diseases, and threatening food security. We have witnessed this firsthand in Colombia, where industrial activities have polluted our water sources. This has affected a farming community that uses water from a contaminated river next to the landfill. However, at Lixi Lab, we're approaching this problem from a multidisciplinary perspective. Involving designers, microbiologists, and farmers, we have developed a portable filter that uses dead bacteria encapsulated in alginate to capture heavy metals in irrigation water, an approach and biotechnology completely new in our context. Now, with the funding obtained here, we want to evaluate the filter's potential for in situ bioremediation within 6 months, aiming to replicate the 90% absorption efficacy we got in the laboratory. By successfully scaling up this biotechnology, we could possibly drive transformative social, environmental, and economic impacts in the agro-industry, and even adapt it to other industries in the future. For this, we will test the filter in 3 agricultural communities near the Bogota River. We will start by producing more encapsulated bacteria, then testing the filter at 150% bacterial concentration, repeating the filtering process 3 times, and analyzing pre- and post-filtration water samples. We will also continue implementing educational workshops that demonstrate how bacteria works and raise awareness about heavy metal contamination, fostering community engagement and biotechnology appropriation. At Lixi Lab, we recognize that people are at the heart of this project. That's why we want to contribute to the SDGs by first, using biotechnology to provide access to cleaner and safer water, and second, grow healthier crops in a toxic-free environment. So today, I want to invite all of you to join us in cleaning our water, securing our food, and building a healthier future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Team Lixi Lab, for your pitch. Now I will hand it over again to the judges for the questions. Please.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the presentation. Similar to previous, I would be interested in the sustainability perspective of this project. So how you would see your research contributing to a more long-term improvement of the soil, the water quality, sorry. So how would that be then implemented? This is not a one-shot, but it requires a continuous regulation, right? So how would that go? What is your vision there?
So for this, we want to pilot this with the farmers I just told you, but however, we recognize that these people are not the only ones suffering for this, and this is also like the last stage of this problem. So after building a successful case of this biotechnology, we can actually market it and sell it to the people who are responsible for contaminating the water. So let's say mining industries, metallurgy industries, so we can actually cut the problem from the root.
Thank you. Any other questions from the judges? Yes, please, Nuno.
Yes, just a quick follow-up. A very good answer, actually, that you provided now. Just on the costs of this, and are you also planning some economic analysis of how much this could cost versus maybe benefits of this kind of technology as you test it? Because you talked about testing it in terms of its physical qualities and etc. technically, but also economically. Are you thinking of doing some analysis? Thanks.
Yes, definitely. So right now we're currently working on research and development. So we want to do this pilot, but we're also working on market research to be able to offer it to the market at a better price. In terms of economics, these prototypes cost about like $1,000, but we know because of the prototype, we can lower the prices after getting it more successful. So that would be it.
Thank you so much, Team Lixi Lab and the judges for their questions.
Thank you.
You may take your seat. No, keep the mic. Now, thank you again, judges. Now I will give the floor to the very last team. Give it up for Team Malawi.
Microphone, please. Thank you. Right. That's live. Please.
Hello. So, schistosomiasis is a waterborne disease that goes through your urogenital tract and pierces the skin. It is really bad because it lowers agricultural productivity. And also, the medication for it does not ensure complete elimination of the disease. There's also a shortage of healthcare coverage, which is horrible because globally, 250 million people are impacted by this disease, where 50% of the Malawi population is at risk of infection, and even worse, 32 to 45% is the average ag yield loss for the most impacted households. So, we wanted to create a water sampling system that ensures faster and safer and more reliable detection since it is harmful to test. So we created a drone, and this ensures prevention over maintenance. So we use a vacutainer system that is more stable because it ensures easy pressure, which I'll explain later. But we first created a big drone, and then we scaled it down to size, specifically for Malawi in mind. Once we did that, we tested it, and then we collaborated with our partners in Malawi, and they gave us revisions, so we're currently working on that to ensure corporate full GIS capabilities. And also, during the summer, we are ensuring that women and children are also getting educated on entrepreneurship, drone building, and piloting. So, as I mentioned earlier, our vacutainer system is faster, and our big system creates samples within 5 to 7 seconds instead of minutes, and that's 1 liter. Our small system creates 50 milliliters in still 5 to 7 seconds. And also, our drone cost is $300 instead of thousands. So, as I said, it provides a safer alternative. It's also a general sampling drone, which has tons of potential, and we can also change it from there. So, as I said earlier, our program is great because we are currently going to plan on educating women, specifically in Malawi, on how to drone, build, and also scale their drones. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Team Malawi, for the great pitch. Now I will hand it over again to the judges for their questions. So, who would like to start with the Q&A? Any from the judges has any questions for Team Malawi? Yes, please.
There's one. And
just a clarification, please. Thank you for the presentation. Yes. So I understand that the drone focuses on detection. What's the implication for treatment, solution, prevention, control?
Yes, so I may have misspoke. It doesn't focus on detection, it focuses on sampling. So what we do is once we collect our samples, we're going to give them to our stakeholders, and then they also test from there since our drone is a general test, just a sampling drone.
Thank you. Yes, please, Beth. Can we give the mic for Beth? Yes, thank you.
So I understand that at least a prototype of the drone has been developed already. Can you tell a little bit more about what you've seen as far as the reception, the kind of demand that you've been seeing for this technology?
Yes, so with our partners, they're already wanting to adopt our drone, and we want to do just like more scalability and testing. So we have our 2 prototypes, but we want to obviously test and refine more. Thank you.
Thank you, Team Malawi. Thanks to our judges for their insightful questions. So there we have it. 12 teams have pitched their innovative ideas to transform our agri-food systems. Please give it up one more time for all the TRC 2024 finalists. Now, I would like to invite the TRC judges to the deliberation room to take some difficult decisions. They will choose one winner in each category as well as the overall winner of the TRC. Please, judges.
Yes, so please, judges, stand up and follow Ed. He will lead you to the deliberation room so that you will have time to go through all the projects that you've seen today. So while the jury deliberates, we have a very, very special surprise, again, from our culture team, so thank you so much. And I'm honored to introduce you one of our World Food Forum artists. Please join me in welcoming Piwa, a talented Zimbabwean singer, songwriter, and instrumentalist, renowned for mastery of mbira, guitar, and marimba. Impiwa, where are you? The floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. Hi again. How's it going? All right. Is everyone feeling encouraged by these innovative, transformative agri-food system solutions? It's very heartening to see young people coming up with these types of solutions because it makes us know that we're in good hands, isn't it? Isn't that the case? All right. Are we feeling like we're ready to relax a bit whilst the judges deliberate? All right. So the song that I'm going to sing for you is called Usachke, Don't Fear. It actually is about security, about the future. It's about remembering that you're in a safe space, that you yourself are also the author of your own path. So I hope you enjoy the song. Take your time to say goodbye. The world is waiting for your shine. People praying day and night that we do not lose your light. I hear you say, I'm now on the way. Just wait for me. Pray for peace. Know that goodness, mercy follows you all the days of your life. When light comes shining through, know that day is your time. Dimwari moving you. Safunduke. Usachke. Know that goodness, mercy follows you all the days of your life. When light comes shining through, know that day is your time. Dimwari moving you. Usafunduke. Usachke. All right, I'm gonna need your help here. I need you to clap along with me, yeah? So when I clap like this, perfect, yeah, like that. Yeah, ah 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 yeah. Anokununura, anohila, anokununura, anohila, anokununura, anohila, anokununura. Mercy follows you all the days of your life. When light comes shining through, know that day is your time. Dimwani moving you. Safunduke. Usachke. Know that goodness, mercy follows you all the days of your life. When light comes shining through, know that day is your time. Dimwani moving you. Safunduke. Usachke. Thank you so much. Okay, I have a second song, which is great. So this song is called Daughter. It's also on streaming platforms, and if anyone knows, this is one of my songs from my EP in 2022, and this song is a similar message of knowing that you are protected, that you are loved, and I hope you enjoy it. forsaken. When I'm feeling lost, it's late, I'm being sought after. I'm running to the secret place, 'cause I'm your daughter. I am your daughter. Alright, need you to click with me, yeah? Wandino na yendi noti aba nditsitsise kugara murudo rwenyu. You take my hand, you walk me through the old and new. 'Cause wandino na yendi noti aba nditsitsise kugara murudo rwenyu. You take my hand, you walk me through the old and new. 'Cause wandino na yendi noti aba nditsitsise kugara murudo rwenyu. You take my hand, you walk me through the old and new. 'Cause wandino na yendi noti aba nditsitsise kugara murudo rwenyu. Hey, yeah, yeah. 'Cause when the world is caving in, I am protected. When I feel alone and cold, I'm not forsaken. When I'm feeling lost, it's dark, I'm being sought after. I'm running to the secret place, 'cause I'm your daughter. When the world is caving in, I am protected. When I feel alone and cold, I'm not forsaken. When I'm feeling lost, it's late. I'm running to the secret place. Ooh, yeah. I am your daughter. I am your daughter. Don't tender. Thank you so much.
No, where are you going? Stay. What a beautiful song. What a beautiful message. Spreading love, feeling protected. Thank you so much. I'm getting emotional now, and I think that's the message. That's the power of music, conveying messages. So once more, thank you so much for this beautiful performance. Thank you
so much.
Thank you. And now we are going to hear from a very special guest. We are delighted to have with us today one of last year's TRC winners to tell us a bit about her TRC journey and what she has been up to since last year's competition. So I would like to welcome on stage Jacqueline O'Willy, winner of the Global One Health Prize 2023. Jacqueline, please. Good to see you again. Welcome.
Wow, good afternoon, everyone. When I look at this crowd, I see an expectant crowd listening to very interesting, innovative ideas from these young people. And I'm so excited. And by the way, timekeeper, I'm not pitching for the competition, so manage my time wisely. I'm just here to give an experience of my journey in this program. So, to begin with, I'd like first to give thanks to the World Food Forum, and they raised a tool for funding this project. And as a 2023 winner, it's hard to believe it's already 1 year since I stood on this stage to pitch our projects. And it feels amazing to be back. I'm honored to represent Team 1 Health. Our project focused on knowledge integration in poultry disease management in Kisumu County, Kenya. This past year has been an incredible journey, filled with valuable learning experiences and networking opportunities. Aside from receiving the grant, we participated in a 7-month-long project on a knowledge exchange program with global One Health experts. These experts shared case studies that deepen our understanding on the practical application on One Health. And these experiences sharpened our knowledge, and we were able to dive deep and produce our project according to what we expected from the objectives of the project. So I'm excited to announce to you, we completed our project, and we are now preparing our findings for publication. But I can't wait to go back to the field to present these results to the policymakers and the livestock farmers who are the true custodian of this rich experiential knowledge. One of our findings indicated that farmers decry the need of having collaboration with animal health workers in mitigating diseases within their communities. So I urge everyone in this audience to move away from a siloed way of thinking if indeed we need to actualize the One Health approach in mitigating diseases within resource-limited settings. As I conclude, I'd like to congratulate the 2024 winner. I'm honored to pass over the baton to you, but you must remember one thing: the responsibility of actualizing a resilient agri-food system lies in your hands. It's in your hands. Over.
Thank you so much, Jacqueline. These were very inspiring words. Very soon, we are going to hear who the winners of this year's TRC are, but just before, we are going to learn a bit more about a very important partnership for the success of this year's TRC finalists. Narratize has played an instrumental role in supporting TRC finalists by offering the latest technology to create attractive concept notes and engaging pitches. Let's watch this video together and find out more.
Brilliant minds around the globe are working tirelessly to solve our world's most pressing challenges. But too often, groundbreaking ideas fail to make an impact, not because they lack merit, but because they aren't communicated effectively. That's where Narratize comes in. We're the AI that prompts you, revolutionizing how innovators share their ideas with the world. Narratize combines cutting-edge generative AI with proven storytelling techniques to help you craft compelling narratives about complex scientific, technical, and medical innovations. Our platform doesn't just rewrite your words, it draws out your unique insights, ensuring your expertise shines through in every sentence.
Narratize helped me transform my technical research into a clear, persuasive pitch. It was super precise and easy to read, captivating both the public and specialists.
With Narratize, you can analyze complex research papers, spotting gaps and opportunities with our article analyzer. Craft compelling pitches and slide decks that turn your ideas into funded projects. Instantly adapt your content for multiple audiences with our styler feature. And even write insight-packed thought leadership articles, white papers, and social media, all up to 20 times faster than traditional methods. Innovators worldwide are already using Narratize to make a difference. Last year, we partnered with the World Food Forum to provide participants of the Transformative Research Challenge access to Narratize's generative AI research and writing platform. Over 500 innovators across the globe used Narratize during the competition, and an amazing 83% of category winners used Narratize to craft their winning pitches. Last year's winning projects tackled critical issues like food waste in Latin America, zoonotic disease prevention in Kenya, and sustainable poultry farming in Indonesia. These ideas aren't just theories. They're real solutions with the potential to change lives. And Narratize helped craft their story. Don't let your innovative ideas go untold. Join us in accelerating innovation and changing the world, one story at a time.
Thanks so much again to Narratize, a valued youth innovation lab partner. Now I think the jury is still taking more time. It seems to be a very difficult deliberation. Of course, we've seen all the pitches of the teams. They all sound to be great teams, and we are looking forward to hear who the winners are.
Absolutely. I think it was a difficult decision because we had 12 amazing teams today. So again, congratulations, because as I mentioned, it's not easy coming onto this stage and sharing your project with us. Yes.
Yes, Christina. So maybe in the meantime, we're waiting for the judges to come back. Maybe you can tell us a bit about your experience volunteering for the World Food Forum for, I think, the 3 years already, 4 years. Yes, so maybe...
Since the beginning, absolutely. So as FAO Director General loves to say, I'm young at heart, which means I'm more than 40. But it's so rewarding to support youth. It's so rewarding to support young colleagues sharing their ideas and, as Jacqueline was saying, have an opportunity to showcase the results of their research, of their studies. So I think it's really important to have this enabling environment, and I'm glad that FAO made this opportunity for all the youth around the world. And I'm glad that the World Food Forum, from, as we say, little discussion, it used to be a small committee, I would say 4 years ago, now is a movement that every year is getting bigger and bigger. And this is thanks to you, to all of you willing to participate and to contribute every year. So that's why I decided to join this movement as well and support with whatever I can provide. And I'm really happy to see successful initiative like this one, where researchers are really the opportunity to explain what they are working on worldwide. This is really a privilege. And I must admit that 20 years ago, when I was young, I didn't have this opportunity. So please, to the youth that are here, seize, grab this opportunity and make the most of it. Yes, that would be my message. And what about you, Hanin? Because you've been also supporting TRC since the beginning, I think over the last 3 years. So what is your experience? Perhaps you want to share something with us?
Indeed, Christina. When I first joined in 2022, I remember the TRC was just a small competition that was newly initiated by the World Food Forum team. And we started by receiving 100 applications for the first year. And it is really interesting to see the growth that we have been through all these 4 years. So this is our 4th edition of the TRC. This year we've received 1,000 applications, which is amazing. We received these applications from all over the world, from all over the regions, which is truly a pleasure, and it was really a great experience working on the TRC along with my colleague Shusi and our lead Celeste and other innovation team members. So also it is the chance also to thank all of our mentors and evaluators and partners who've made this journey
possible.
Yes, exactly.
I think they deserve a round of applause. All the people that made this event possible, the FAO Office of Youth and Women, but also our judges that are back. We are glad to see you. I think you had I guess I can imagine you had a lot of discussions and you're ready to share our feedback with us. So over to you.
Thank you, Christina. So the moment we've all been waiting for is finally here. It is now time to welcome, as we see the judges on the TRC finals again. This year, we have received at least 10,000 applications again, and all the winners would receive at least $10,000 worth of research grants and prizes. And to kick off the award ceremony, I would like to give the floor to Nuno Santos to tell us how the deliberation went and to talk a bit about the role of the investment center in the transforming the agri-food systems and announce the winner of the water prize. Please, Nuno, the floor is yours.
Yes. I hope you have made your decision, Nuno, and you have a name in mind, please. Yes. Thank you very much, Nuno.
Yes, I just didn't want to have a spoiler. No, thank you very much. First of all, I'm really honored to present the Water Prize. I think it's super important. It's super important in adaptation. We've been increasingly looking at it at the Investment Center. We've done a lot of work on new irrigation schemes in the past. Now we're really past it, and we're working more on investments in modernization, in making the best use of water. So very interesting prize. I would say on the deliberation process that it was very difficult. It was very difficult, but also very smooth, because the judges, they seem to be all in great harmony. So I think we've done I'm very happy about it. So maybe without further ado, I will present the prize for the Transformative Research Challenge on the role of water in agri-food systems transformation, and the winner is Lixi Lab. Congrats.
Congratulations to Lixi Lab.
Yeah. Congratulations, please come on stage. Congratulations, thank you. Woo! Woo! Yes, support. So all your support to Lixi Lab. Thank you Lixi Lab, and thank you Nuno. And now please welcome Martin Sonwell to the stage to announce the winner of the plant-based food prize. Don't show it.
I want to congratulate everyone being here. It was smooth but tough. So thank you very much, everyone. And the winner of the plant-based food category is Mangrove Bro.
Woo! Congratulations. Congratulations. I guess the trick of the bar worked, no? Congratulations. Yes, make sure you have a photo, a nice photo. You deserve this moment. This is you for all the work you've been doing. Mangrove Bro, congratulations. Thank you, Martin, thank you. And now I would like to welcome Lamia Dabas, that will announce the winner of the Plant Breeding and Nutrition Prize. Lamia, please.
Thank you, everybody. It was not an easy decision. The winner of plant breeding and nutrition is Agro Armor.
Congratulations, Agro Armor.
Well done, well done. Please enjoy this moment. Thank you so much.
Now over to Anne Motet to announce the winner of the Gender Mainstreaming in the Eradication of PPR Prize.
Thank you, Anine. Very happy to announce the winners for this category. It's super important for us at IFAD, small ruminants for women especially, and PPR is part of our agenda. So I'm very happy to announce that the winners are PPR Warriors Bangladesh.
Woo!
Congratulations to the team of Somalia as well.
Let's support PPR Warriors Bangladesh. Excellent. Congratulations for your work and your research. This is fantastic. Thank you so much. And now I would like to give the floor to Tanawat Tiensen, FAO Assistant Director General, Director of the Animal Production and Health Division, and Chief Veterinarian. He will now announce the winner of the Global One Health Prize. Tawanat, the floor is yours. Thank you.
All of you are brave. All of you are creative. All of you are transformative. And that's why today we're talking about One Health, because all of you bring the values to work together, cross-sectional, multidisciplinary, and that's why the winner for the Global One Health go to Innovate RVF.
Thank you. They were online.
Team, yes.
I think who is this team?
Yes, so Team Innovate,
Innovate
has been joining
they will
remotely.
join with.
We can take a picture.
Yes.
No, with you. So that at least the certificate is there. So we're talking to him online, to the team online.
The guy who talked online.
Yes.
Congratulations and thank you so much. Yes, he's here. We can see him. You won. Congratulations, it's you.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's here. Okay, yes,
Congratulations.
yes. So let's put a certificate. Yes. You won. Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Tanawat. Thank you, Team Innovate. And now I would like to welcome Beth to the stage to present the winner of the Food Loss and Waste Prize and announce a special surprise and the overall winner of the TRC for this year. Beth, please, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, and I'm very proud and pleased to announce the last two prizes, I guess. But now first, for the 2024 winner of the Food Loss and Waste category is Fermentation for SDGs.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to Fermentation for SDGs. Well done. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And then also, I'll move on directly. We also have chosen an overall winner for today. That was a very, very difficult. Every category was difficult, but this one was really the most difficult. But we have come to a decision. And so the overall winner for the 2024 Transformative Research Challenge is Innovate RVF.
Woo! And again, it's online. Where are you? Please, congratulations, congratulations. You have two prizes. Yes, it's smiling. Yes, another. Aline, please help me in, showing the prizes at least. Congratulations.
Yes. Now you can, proceed with closing.
Thank you so much. And I also have the honor, since I'm acting as chief scientist currently at FAO, I also have the honor to close this session today. So let's first give a huge round of applause to all the teams who pitched today. I think every single one was I was very impressed with your poise, your clear presentation, your beautiful graphics. Congratulations to everybody. But that's not all. There are more teams to celebrate. Since early this year, all the teams shown on the screen have gone through various competitive processes. They are also rewarded with research grants. So a huge congratulations to the efforts of all these teams. So the Transformative Research Challenge's core mandate, as you've heard today, is to mobilize and support young researchers from around the world. It aims to bolster their innovations to help them achieve the greatest possible impact in tackling the most pressing issues in agri-food systems. Once again, I just want to congratulate all of today's winners for their incredible research contributions. Your work really has the potential to drive positive change that adapts to global trends and emerging priorities for a healthier, more sustainable future that leaves no one behind. Your bold, fresh ideas are essential for the future. But to give life to these ideas, expert support and financial resources are critical. So today's TRC is just the beginning. In order to truly transform our agri-food systems, we must work together to make bold ideas a reality. We must continue to strive towards good food for all, for today and tomorrow. The world faces massive challenges: food insecurity, environmental degradation, and global health crises. Malnutrition, hunger, water scarcity, climate change, the list goes on. But this year's 6 TRC prizes support young researchers in their efforts to address these challenges, and supporting and promoting youth, science, and innovation is key to making positive and sustainable impact in our agri-food systems. And young researchers need access to knowledge, global networks, and capacity development resources to transform their ideas into concrete actions. So to create a healthier, more sustainable world, we need to invest in youth-driven and scientific projects. Let's continue to support this generation of innovators who will drive the changes we need for a more sustainable food future for all. I urge the wide range of stakeholders who are joining us today in person, and thank you all for coming, and also online, in this year's World Food Forum, including governments, the private sector, civil society organizations, academia, and investors, please continue to support youth and youth-led solutions. Together, we must all foster an environment that empowers young people to lead, to innovate, and to become drivers of positive change. Finally, let me just express my gratitude to all those who participated at every stage of the TRC this year. It's a long process, so thank you to all of the young researchers, the mentors, the evaluators, and of course the World Food Forum Youth Innovation Lab team for their continued efforts to empower the next generation of innovators who are transforming agri-food systems. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Beth, for your closing remarks, and many thanks to our jury today. Your presence was really key, and we are extremely proud of all our winners, and we can't wait to see what's going on from here, because we said this is just the beginning, so let's see. Right?
Right, Christina. As we come to the close of this remarkable evening, I want to take a moment to reflect on this journey we have just witnessed. The Transformative Research Challenge has showcased not just ideas, but innovative solutions.
Absolutely.
That absolutely can change the world. To meet the winners and engage with our global partners, I would like to invite you to come tomorrow for a session, a networking and showcase and gathering session at the Philippines Room. Together, we can transform the future of agri-food systems, ensuring good food for all today and tomorrow.
Absolutely. So thank you, innovators, for taking this challenge. And thank you really to Tanawat, to Han, to Nuno, to Beth, to Lemia, and to Martine for being here with us and for taking part in this incredible movement. Your experience and expertise is greatly valued, and we really appreciated your support to this process.
Yes, Christina, and also thank you for joining me in moderating this session, and also thanks to all of our TRC mentors and experts who spent hours providing constructive feedback and precious guidance. To our teams, your researchers are not just ideas. They are more than just ideas. So we are very proud of you for being here today and pitching your final pitches. Now we are came to the closing of this session. Christina.
Yeah, just a final word. Public speaking is not easy. Being on stage is not easy. We mentioned this, especially for young researchers that are not used to share their ideas. So a special thank also goes to our facilitator during the public speaking bootcamp that propped the finalists for the big moment today. And I think you all benefited for that. So thank you, thank you.
Please, let's welcome everyone to the stage, the finalists and the judges, to take pictures.
A final photo opportunity all together. Please come on stage, and thank you again. Please. Please, with your certificates. Come, come, come.
Teams.
Please, please. Please.
Yes, maybe we can make another line.
So many
Other
teams.
line, maybe the... Yes.
We'll stand in the middle.
Okay.
I don't know.
Can you make another line, basically, to all fit in the picture?
Well, someone can sit. I don't know.
Okay.
You know what? I don't know. Do like this. Like at
Okay,
school.
everyone,
I don't know. That's school.
Please, everyone,
Yes.
say TRC.
Woo! Okay. Thank you all. See you next year.